Hi, greeting fellow being beyond the fourth wall, also known as YouTube. I hope you have an awesome day. Kind of have a story that happened last month, but I think it's still applicable to this particular instance. I have a question before I start. While you hear me telling this story, have this question in the back of your mind. Would this be any different had it been a woman, i.e., me, in this position in this story? Would it be any different? So I'm going to give you a little background on this. Sorry, but sorry. I was good friends with this particular individual for over 10 years. It felt like 50. It was one of those weird relationships that just kind of worked. It was kind of funky, like opposites, you know. And I'm part of this work study program, and we were gardening essentially. The weather was 90 plus degrees out with whatever humidity index was, and I was to plot out the wood chip, give it a nice level area out. So next year, pumpkin, when we plant them finally, they'll have no weeds. But anyway, the day rounded up, clocked out, we all gathered underneath, I guess you would call it a trellis with benches underneath, minus the vine-like plant, whether they be grapes or flowers or whatnot. And the first two paratransit buses comes along that I know of, because one of the fellow workers, employees, I guess you'd want to call them, were getting on the bus. Apparently he got lost track of time because he left his laptop bag with his laptop. It was fairly expensive based off his ability to do tech work. And he got in a conversation with one of the other employees, the one that I think getting a confrontation with, and I tried to get his attention. He left his laptop, so I obviously went up there, got the bag, brought it up to him. He kind of didn't want to. He was at the top of the stairs, and apparently he didn't want to come down the step, which made no sense whatsoever. So I had to lean forward to give him his bag. And as I was leaving, there are two different perspectives running here. An outsider would see me getting the attaboy slap in the back, which was a bad idea to begin with. But this is not a light-handed, tap. This is more like a slam. So this guy had hamburger hands. I got long fingers, not so much of a meaty paw. And I basically told him, don't touch me. No, he's known me for over 10 years. He knows I don't like it, in fact, he even told other people that done it that don't do that. It's not a good idea. And I said I just shouted loud enough that it was not over the engine of the paratransit bus. I walk over to where I was at the bench. He obviously sat on the opposite side. And he lumbered over to me because he had this huge backpack that he carried everywhere. I don't understand it. You don't need to carry your high school locker with you. And we start talking, and I can verbally spar with just about anyone all freaking day. And I've known him for over 10 years. So, sparring is quite easy. And by this time, the first paratransit bus leaves. and the bus starts coming up, and I usually expect him to, yeah, excited the bus is here, but no, he's always the last person on the bus. I don't understand this. So as the bus starts coming over the hill, I don't know what I say, and then the bus parks, and then he pops me again, like he's gonna get up, like he affectionately does, even though it's not really affection, it's annoyance, I can tell. And I look at him dead in the eye, and then he's sitting side by me. I'm sitting slanted, my knees away from or whatever. And I tell him, you do that again, and my elbow's gonna meet your nose. For me, it felt like, 5 to 10 seconds later, but probably a little sooner than that. I'd like to say as soon as that happened. But he popped me again, and it's like, I'm thinking since I've never really given him ultimatum before, and whatever, he's like, okay, mentally he either wanted to challenge me or he thought nothing of it. So after that, I just pop him real good in the nose right here. I was kind of hoping for blood, just a little bit, just so he understand not to do it again. But not that long after that happened, there's like you got to give a little space, and I just looked at him, like, I told you not to do it, and that was going to happen. Like, well, yeah. He kind of looked like the Joker when he got popped by Batman in Dark Knight, I think it was. Whatever the one was where he takes over the bus, and not the bus, the boat, and want the prisoner to blow up the civilian to blow up the prisoners. But anyway, after that happened, bus leave. I get home, he gets home, and then he Instagrams me, not Instagram, Facebook messaged me, and just, well, thanks for breaking my nose. So it's like, okay, there's cartilage, it's not bone, but whatever. I basically replied back, any more direct, I want to book your nose and your glasses. And I basically blocked him since that. And I think not that long after I did that message, I called, about whatever I got written up, whatever. It's like, I'm thinking throughout this entire thing, would it have been any different had it been a woman? A guy flying up, hitting in the back, and I'm thinking probably more, because they would have made a big scene out of it. It's like, really? I had that question in my mind, and then I also think, okay, what sort of ramifications do the provokee get in an instance like that? Because I realize now they have this no retaliation clause, but really, like anything else, there's a lot of back and forth that they don't take in consideration, and I wonder why does a person such as myself tolerate all this bullshit before then, and then we get all the attention when it's the other person that created the drama. Well, in my case, that'd be the case. And really, this whole thing worth it, dealing with people bullshit? I say no. Because I have no real time to deal with someone's negative attitude. But that's just me. Put down in the comments what you think. And as always, I love you. I can't learn it for you. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.